Hey there, horror movie tea sippers.
The following podcast episode will contain spoilers for the movie we are about to review. If you have not seen the movie and do not wish to have anything ruined prematurely, please do not continue to watch or listen until you have seen the movie.
And welcome to the Horror Movie Tea Podcast. Today we are covering It's a Wonderful Knife.
That's right. You heard it.
Yep. But before we go into the review, let's grab our cups and talk about tea. So today we are doing the Republic of Tea Thinking of You tea. It's got
Rather minty.
peppermint, chamomile, orange peel, creamy French vanilla flavor, and wintergreen flavor. And we are also doing the creamed honey with peppermint, which the amount that at least I put was just enough for a little hint of sweetness. And I really enjoyed it.
I put just a little bit less than you did, and I'm glad.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Thank you to the Republic of Tea for allowing us to continue to do what we love. And for our tea sippers out there, brew yourself a cup of tea, sit back, relax, and we hope you enjoy the review. So, for the summary. I mean, based off of the
Are you
name.
winging it again?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh
I'm
no.
winging it. It's not that. Okay, so,
Think horror version of It's a Wonderful Life.
yeah. So this murderer comes and, kills a bunch of people on Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And, the main character's best friend is killed and boyfriend. Or no, she finds him cheating.
Yeah.
And, anyway, so it's a year later and she's really messed up about it.
No. She found him cheating a year later.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just seem
Oh, so
like you were mashing them together.
no. So what I'm trying to say is her best friend was murdered on Christmas Eve, and a year later she's still recovering from that, and she also finds her boyfriend is cheating. And she also is upset because her family doesn't really seem to be giving her the attention or appreciation and
Or the space to heal.
or the space. Yeah, because they just don't really seem to care.
They're ignoring it.
Yeah. So she ends up wishing that she was never born, and she gets her wish. And so it goes through, but it's there's a repeat of the killer and all of that. So it's her trying to figure out if it's the same person, and yeah. But anyway, this twisty turnies, you get it.
She gets to see what the town would be like if she had never existed.
Yeah. Yep. So for entertainment, so this gave me totally killer vibes, but not as well done.
Yes.
So I rate it a 7.25. I did like the comedy, and it was did have some dark elements to it. I do it's less, there are less likable characters, and the main character herself wasn't necessarily that likable, but I could understand under the circumstances why she was the way she was.
I was fine with the main character.
But it was all of the other characters weren't.
Oh, everyone sucks here.
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone.
yeah. But
Except the ant.
yes.
I did like the ant.
Yeah. But I thought it was kind of interesting how, in the alternative universe or whatever, she ended up having a really strong bond with the weird kid, and then they ended up getting together. Though I thought
that was so cute.
I know, I thought it was cute too.
It.
It'd be so cool to just hang out in a movie theater.
Yeah, I love that for her.
Yeah. So I thought that was
It was so sweet.
I know. I did like how sweet that was. Cause
Yeah.
it's the weird kid was kind of ostracized and bullied and stuff. And then,
Well, and they were dancing around it for a good while too. There are moments when you think, maybe. And there are others where you're like, oh, they're going to be really cute friends instead and just be really, really close, almost like sisters. And then they'd kiss and you're like, oh, damn, okay. Yep, just gonna go for it. All right.
And then at the end where it's like, she remembers or whatever. No.
Yay!
But
love wins.
But I feel like in general, the main character wasn't being dumb. She just wasn't being especially smart. But
she could have made better choices.
Yes. But this movie definitely falls into what a lot of like serial killer movies fall into the trap of where the killer just comes from everywhere. Because there's literally a scene where she's hiding behind a tree trunk and she's like moving along, but he goes a complete opposite direction and then comes the opposite direction to come and kill her. And it's like, yeah, maybe he went around and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know. There was a lot of scenes like that. I seem to recall
seeing him run the other way in the background.
I
would have to rewatch the scene.
Oh, man.
But they did do the stupid jump scare thing.
Yeah, they did a lot of that, like, he's jumping out from the corner to get them, and
super cliche jump scare thing.
Yeah, and I understand they're like, oh, they called him, like, a Christmas angel or whatever.
He didn't look very angelic.
Yeah, he didn't look very angelic, and he didn't really look that scary either. I don't know.
I could kind of see the scary a little bit, I guess, but it was like faceless mask and robe. That was it.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done more with the killer himself because he wasn't that impressive or scary. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was really more like the story itself was the strongest part of the movie. Like the wish and
I feel like
the character interactions.
The name of it, I feel like they were reaching.
Yeah, like the killer kind of seemed like an afterthought in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Now, if they had tied it in with something else, like the way he killed them, or if he like positioned the bodies a certain way afterward or something, that would make more sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess that does kind of get into realism.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, and then also with it being the entrepreneur guy, I mean, from my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounded like, you know, he was trying to buy the real estate off of people to like try and slowly take over the town. And if he wasn't, but it's like he was buying real estate off of the friend's grandma or whatever, so he had what he wants. So what's the purpose of him killing?
Oh, grandpa. No, he wasn't. The grandfather wouldn't sell.
Okay.
He said no.
Okay.
And was adamant about it. And he said, and when I die, it's going to my granddaughter. Just like it went to me.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's why he killed not only the grandfather, but the girl.
Yeah.
Just wipe out the line.
Yeah. But it's like, I feel like, well, okay, that's creeping into realism, so I'm not going to say it. But,
we'll get there.
I don't know. It's like, I liked the premise of the movie. I liked the alternative universe, like her interaction with those characters and kind of like the growth that she has. And it's like those I felt like were fairly strong, but like the stuff around the killer is where it's kind of a lot more weak. But I did like the alternative universe killer twist. That was interesting. I didn't see it being the dad.
Okay, but he was being controlled.
Well, yes,
which is honestly where they lost me.
Yeah, that was kind of a cop out.
A little bit, yeah.
But yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give it a 6.5 with the possibility of in the future it going higher. Most of the other characters suck and they're super awful and just rubbed me all kinds of wrong. But I did like the premise of the movie itself and the story for the most part. Again, they did kind of lose me at the drones and the mind control thing. Because how? Also counted off for it in realism, obviously. But but otherwise, the main character, like you said, made all right choices. She wasn't a complete idiot. She didn't make some of the best choices.
Yeah.
But they did, by and large, okay. Not all of the characters were irredeemable trash. The aunt was awesome, and I loved her. And Bonnie, I think her name was? Bernie?
Yes.
Bernie was awesome. We're awful with names. Please don't go by that.
The weird kid.
Yes. I don't know. It's just... It was alright. It was good, and I enjoyed it. It was just... There were certain things that I'm like, why?
Yeah, it's like the premise and how they did some things was really strong, but it's like the execution wasn't fully there. Yeah.
And it
just felt
for most
short.
of the movie, it was like almost there. It was going really good, and then we go to the mind control and drones, and then I'm like, and you lost me. It was still fun and enjoyable, but at the same time, I'm like, it could have just been so much better. So much better. Why? Like they shot themselves in the foot. But yeah, that's what I got for entertainment. Not really much to say on that one, honestly.
Yeah.
It was alright. It was interesting.
Yeah. Realism. Oh. I put a 2, but I don't know. It just... Well, okay, so the thing that I was trying to not say in the entertainment is if he's killing people that wouldn't sell, and that's how he's doing it, wouldn't the police find that pattern?
I have a rebuttal.
Is it because he's bribing or goody-goody with the police? Or...
He put his brother in the position of the sheriff, who is obviously an incompetent dumbass.
Not in the first version. That was in the alternative universe.
Yes, I know. But they seemed like a spree killer in the first one. Well, it doesn't matter because in the first one he was killed. So they knew who it was. So they didn't really have to do much investigating.
I mean, yeah, but...
It was just in the alternate universe. Yeah. He put after he went on that killing spree there and killed the grandfather and the granddaughter and those other people.
Which happened in the first universe.
He also went on to kill the brother because the sister wasn't there to save him. And then he went on to kill the sheriff. The actual sheriff.
Yeah. And then that's when he
which set up his brother to be the sheriff, who's, again, an incompetent dumbass.
Well, I guess that makes sense, because she wasn't there to kill him. Kill the killer.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So he's killing all the people that stand in his way, and they don't really have a very strong investigation team. So... He's kind of setting himself up for it. And a lot of these people, yeah, they're in the same town, but they don't necessarily seem very connected or related. They just know that it's the same guy, but they don't know why. Which, again, is a bit of a stretch because who stands to gain from it? But again, incompetent dumbass. So... And it seemed like he kind of knew what was up, because he said at the end, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So it seemed like if he didn't know, he at least had an idea. Had a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's my rebuttal for that.
Anyways, That's what I got for realism.
That's it. Okay. I'm sorry. So yeah, I would have given it higher if they didn't bring the drones and mind control in. Because you had me in the first half. I set aside some shenanigans because she went into an alternate universe by wishing on an aurora. On Christmas Eve. But you lost me at the drones and mind control, because how? How is he doing that? It makes no sense. They had no explanation for it. It was just a thing.
We've got a movie.
Seriously. But they didn't even have to do that.
Yeah. It's kind of lackluster. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. They could have done better in that whole second part. But really, like, let me just bring this up real quick. I had a feeling that's how it would go, because it started off the movie with his ad, which said, "I'm the best, so fuck the rest." And even though they bleeped it out, how the hell did he get away with that on an ad? Just didn't make sense. The entire family sucks. Apart from the aunt. They gave, after all of this stuff, they didn't give her the space to heal or the opportunity to heal. It seemed like they were just trying to ignore what happened and kind of like, oh, just...
And then they're like, why aren't you over it?
Like, yeah, just get over it. It's been a year. Exactly. It's only been a year. It was a horribly traumatic experience. She lost her friend. Other people died. Like, she saw it happen. She saved her brother while the killer was trying to kill both of them, and she ended up killing a guy.
Well, and then also, they were coming to the anniversary of when it happened.
Yes!
So it's like, yeah,
these feelings are going to be, even if she had started to heal, it was going to dredge everything up.
Right.
So, of course, she hasn't moved on. How rude. Yeah. And they give her a tracksuit, a workout outfit, they called it. And they give her brother a truck? And then the mom says, "We gave you both something you needed?" Excuse you? The girl is tiny to begin with, let's be honest. There is no reason to phrase it like that, ever. Ever. So that whole,
like, and they played it off as like, oh, it's because he's a business partner, and to a degree, I was
can kind of understand
but like
that,
a truck specifically, how is that a bit like, give him something more business related?
Yes,
you know, like, yeah,
just
But yeah, the fact that, like, I mean, a brand new truck is like, what, 30,000 or at least 25,000. Yeah.
At least.
And then they spent, like, maybe at most, like, $100 on the track suit. Since they, like, customized it. Most. Yeah. Well, since they, like, customized it to her. But yeah, still, it's like, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, at that point so they do the presents thing, and then they said, it's been a year, move on. At that point, I was like, Jesus, these people suck so bad. I'm so done writing anything. I hope they all die horribly at this point.
And they didn't.
Some of them did.
Well, so, yeah.
In the alternate universe. But it's just, oh my God. And I don't know if this just makes me an absolutely horrible person, but in the alternate universe, when the dad has been pushed down the stairs, you don't know it's the dad at that point yet. I don't know if this is just me and my husband's mentality, but we both were like, perfect opportunity, heel stomp the dude. like, jump on him.
Ugh.
He is still breathing. He is a threat. There is a weapon right next to them. You have to get past him. You know the best method for that? Let's jump. And no, we didn't mean over the guy. Which you could have done also. But no, let's just gingerly step over him while there's a knife within reach. So he can grab it and stab you while you're over him. No, let's just gingerly try to go over and around him and get past. Am I just that horrible of a person? That I'm like, go for the neck. Or at least the arm. His arm was outstretched. Jump across, like jump over him onto his arm. The one right by the knife.
Yeah.
If he wakes up, at least that arm is damaged and can't easily get the knife. Can then kick the knife away from him. Or grab it. Even better. Am I that... Is it just me?
Well, from a legal standpoint, he would have been incapacitated at that time. So if you were to do anything, you would be...
From a legal standpoint, he broke in, as far as you're aware, and tried to hurt them and or kill them.
Yes, but...
And you know, with absolute certainty, if he were to get up, he would continue. The threat is not essentially ended.
But he's incapacitated. He's knocked out. So like, for example...
They don't know for how long.
Yes, but she could have, like, from a legal standpoint, she could have just taken the knife. And, yeah, if he woke up and was trying to come at her again, then, yeah, she is within, like, her right to... I'm just saying.
I know there's some gray area here. I know. But at the same time...
I'm just saying, like, stuff like this has happened, and there's been, like, trials.
I know.
And that's what the law has done, is, like, if they're incapacitated in that moment, at that point, you're the aggressor. Okay.
But
which
also,
I know sucks, because they're in your house.
At the same time, he has killed multiple people before this. You know he's going to continue to try to attack them. And once he's done with them, he will move on to other people, as he has been doing.
True. To be fair, I don't know how it works for serial killers. So, like if they're like, oh, if it's a serial killer, that's completely fine, because he would have...
And I'm not saying necessarily you have to kill the guy. I'm just saying, like I said, you could aim for the arm instead.
Oh, yeah. I feel bad for the burglar that like tries to break into your house.
I tried to jump over him. I did. I just had horrible aim, and I got his arm, but it allowed me to get the knife away.
Yeah, no one try and rob Jess's house, because you'll be in big trouble.
It won't end well. Yeah. Well, also, I now have a daughter. It would not end well. Yeah. I would not ask questions. Before or after. Just saying.
Well.
I don't know if I gave it a rating. Give it a 2.
Okay.
Feel like it was still a bit of a stretch, especially with the drones. But I give it a 2.
Okay, well. So, I think it is worth a watch. It's not the greatest of movies, but it is a fun movie.
It is. Between the two, I would definitely go for Totally Killer.
Yes, if I had to pick between the two, but I mean, the It's a Wonderful Knife is like Christmas themed, so I feel like it's a fun, enjoyable. I mean, I know we like the A Christmas Horror Story. I feel that one's definitely a classic. That one's definitely better. But I feel like this one is still like one that I would watch. Maybe not every year, but like once every
couple of years.
Yeah, every couple of years.
Yeah. Just for something different.
Yep. But thank you for joining us today, and let us know what you thought of the movie. If you'd like to recommend a movie, game, or tea, you can leave us a comment or join our Discord. And if you'd like to keep up to date with our content, you can find our link tree listed below.
If you'd like to support us monetarily, we have a Teespring and a PayPal, or we have our affiliate link with Republic of Tea available. It does not affect the price of the tea, it just allows us to continue to do what we love. You can find all of the sites mentioned linked below, but until the next time, guys, stay safe and stay spoopy.
Bye!